We're talking right now with David Joyce, who's a candidate for Congress in the 14th District, Republican on the ballot right now. Why are you running for election to Congress in the 14th District?
Well, two things. One, I want to pick up where Steve is leaving off. I understand.
Steve LaTourette.
Correct. Congressman LaTourette has done a wonderful job, and no matter what party you're from, you have to give him a standing ovation for his 18 years of public service for northeastern Ohio. Steve's been a dear friend for a long time. I understand his frustration, but I'm ready to pick up where he's leaving off. It's right time for my family. I have 2 kids in college. Our youngest daughter is a senior in high school. My wife gave me the green light, which always makes it a good time to go, and I really want to do what I can to help northeastern Ohio in the 14th District stay at the levels that Steve has put us at.
Congressman LaTourette is leaving after 18 years, retiring. So there's no incumbent in this race. Why do you think you are the best choice for voters over your opponent, who is Dale Blanchard, the Democrat?
Mr. Blanchard's a very nice man, but I've been a prosecutor for 24 years in Geauga County, and I'm very proud of my public service there. I've run my office in such a way as that I always put money back from our budget every year. That's the way government should operate. I also have done a nice job, I believe, that I haven't been opposed since 1992, because people know, even though Geauga County is considered purely Republican, that I work across the aisle. It's important for me, and I tell office holders, as the lawyer basically in the law firm that represents all office holders, boards of election, the school boards, all the townships, that yesterday you may have been a Democrat or Republican, but today you're an office holder, and it's important that you do what's right for all the people that were elected to represent. And so I plan on taking that same type of sensibility and a fact-based problem-solving approach to D.C. and working across the aisle to get our country back on track.
The district you're running for, District 14, is a good mix of Republicans and Democrats. Do you think that makes it easier or more difficult to govern for everybody in that district?
Well, it's probably the closest district in the whole state. John McCain only won it by 700 votes. Now, obviously, Congressman LaTourette would do very well in this district, but both Dale and I, being newcomers to the race, you know, we're out there making our case. I'm making the case to all the people in northeastern Ohio and the 14th District that I want to pick up where Steve left off. I'm the same type of guy that, but for the beard and the glasses, we both had the same background. When he started, he was a prosecutor, and I started as a prosecutor, or I'll be starting as a prosecutor. And I think it's that fact-based problem-solving approach that's important for people. That, you know, I don't really care. I want to make sure that we do the right thing. I don't really care about the political party stance or standing out there and beating my chest on political theme. I want to make sure we get it done. We have important problems that are facing this nation, such as the deficit, such as people looking for work, such as the problems that we have right now with Medicare and Social Security, and we'll make sure that it's solvent and make sure that seniors who are looking forward to it will get it. Those are important budget matters. My undergrad major was accounting, and I really enjoy the opportunity to get down and dig into the budget and try to get back into the picture where we balance our budget, control this deficit, and get America moving forward again.
What do you see as the #1 issue? What's on the front burner of the stove as far as you're concerned?
Well, I think it really is the economy. The one thing that we have to do, politicians who tell you that they're going to create jobs are basically lying to you. No politician creates a job without creating another agency. But what we can do in Congress is manage to cut the red tape and cut the regulations that allow small businesses who produce the most jobs to go forward and be able to produce those jobs. They need some stability, knowing what their health care costs are going to be going forward, knowing what their regulations and what the bureaucratic process is going to be for them, and most simply, what their taxes are going to be. And if they can have some continuity to that, then they can start planning forward and, you know, 3 years and 5 years out and start hiring people, because the problem they have right now is that they're doing okay, but they're going into an abyss. And, you know, when we talk about going to a financial cliff, well, with a fiscal cliff, well, you know, we're getting there. And it's the same problem for businesses. So we need to bring stability back to government. We need to bring stability back to that basis so everybody can make plans. Well, the state, or the Congress, needs to get back on a budget. Senate hasn't passed a budget in 3 years. You pass a budget at your house, kitchen table. I pass one with Kelly every day, making sure we can put 2 kids through college and get ready for the 3rd one going in. Well, why can't Washington? It's very important that they get back on track, set a budget and set a plan so we can all move forward and make America great.
In our final 15 seconds, what could you learn from the rest of the members of Congress, certainly from Northeast Ohio, if you are elected?
To work
15
together.
seconds.
To work together to make Northeastern Ohio the great place that I grew up on, and make sure that my kids, when they get out of college, want to return to this area.
David Joyce, Republican candidate for Congress for the 14th District. Appreciate you being with us.
Thank you very much for having me, Leon.
My pleasure. Good to have you on the broadcast.
Nice to see you.